Hello everybody. This is Tara, and I didn't get any new pops today, and I wasn't planning on doing this video. And then I watched Jump Dan, Bat Dan Jumpman, and he had pops from Funko, and that brought up something that happened to us yesterday on the Funko site, and it was so weird and so out there that I wanted to know if anybody else had this happen to them, and I hope not. But I'm interested. Excuse me, my throat's really dry again. Yesterday, my husband and I were kind of looking around. They were supposed to have the 8-bit Stranger Things. From what I can see, they must have dropped overnight and they're sold out, but I'm not positive. I was able to get Alvaro yesterday on eBay, so I was happy about that because I can't get into any kind of town that has anything like that. I'm about to get out there in the wet highway and hitchhike and hope somebody has bad eyes and picks me up. But yesterday, after we looked at Target and after we looked at Hot Topic, we went to Funko. And I do that because I like to check if I've ordered something. I often check on it every day. If, sometimes they put new things up, and I'm making sure that I don't miss the new critter from the forest in the Pacific Northwest. It just dropped this week, and I can't buy it until the 1st. So I'm just kind of making sure I can get it. So while we open the site, and all of a sudden I go to a waiting room. If anybody has bought tickets, at least to San Diego Comic-Con are the ones that I've bought when I've had to buy tickets. The ones at San Diego Comic-Con do this. You sign in, and you automatically go to a waiting room. And the online waiting room tells you your number, blah, blah, blah. You have this many minutes to wait approximately. There's this many people in front of you now. And then an estimated time of wait, which could be an hour, depending on when you log in. And just before you get into the place where you purchase, you go into like an inner sanctum waiting room. This is from what I remember, which could be wrong. But anyways, so this is what happened, and I completely understand, Funko. I know you're trying to find a way so everybody has an equal chance of getting first come, first serve on the Funkos. I think every person in this room, at least every person that collects Funkos and has had any dealings with, number one, the stores that you send your Funkos to sell to us, and also on your own site, we know that some people are allowed to get 10 Funkos of the same kind. So if somebody's in line, and they're first in line, and you only send 10 or 12 or even 5 of like the most popular Funko for whatever season or whatever it is, that person has the right to take as many as he wants, including up into all of them. That's not right. We all know that's not right, and we all know how to fix it, but I don't know how to tell you. So what happened yesterday, in a way, I'm kind of glad you're looking into this waiting room and then going in to buy your pops. And this is what happened to me. My husband and I went to Funko's. I took my cursor and I started going up to the Funko shop because I wanted to see if there were anything new. There was anything new. And all of a sudden, boom, I'm in a waiting room. I think the site was called Queue Up or something like that. Ugh, that rain. You would not believe. I'm going to post my, you wait. Anyway, so we were in a waiting room and I'm like, did I accidentally, I've got a MacBook Pro. So if I swish sideways, it'll take me to the site I was before. If I it'll take me to the site I'm, So I look up and it says you are number 471, and down at the bottom it said 1,500 pieces. And it said I had 10 minutes, and it had a little man on a little path, and he had little walking legs. Yeah. And he was walking. Every time I would move up one spot, one time I moved up 8 spots, and he went, and it also said, basically, at one point it said, you're next, this, that, and then it put me in the queue room. Just when my turn came, pop, we're sorry, we're sold out, blah, 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 there was only a limited amount. Really? Really, Funko? I can understand you doing this, and trying to test market it, beta test it as it were. That's fine. But maybe on there somewhere you could say this is a test. We're not really selling you anything. What they said they had to sell were the little mini Hikaris dressed as Freddy. They were Freddy Funkos, and there was a bright blue, a bright red, a more muted purple, and what, a green? And purple. Yeah, basically the major colors. So I was like, what? I didn't know what happened. Well, I knew what happened, but I couldn't believe it happened. What are the chances of me stumbling in there and, there's 10 people ahead of me, and then I don't remember if it said 10. Did it say 10 or did it say 25? I don't remember. I was just trying to look at it and figure it out. I was getting excited. And then all of a sudden, haha, you're not getting anything. Well, uncool, Funko, uncool. I sent an email to the feedback thing, giving them my feedback. First of all, I told them just what I told you, that I think it's very cool that you check into such a system because you need it. On the days of San Diego Comic-Con, we don't know when you're going to release something, so we go back and forth. Inevitably you miss it because it's open for that long. So using this system keeps it not being, if you're in line, you supposedly, in theory, get the item. If something has 2,000 and all 2,000 are on your site, then it should start 2,000, and whoever gets in queue, 1, 2, 3, 199, 1,999, 2,000, boom, it's over. It says sold out. But yet, we should still be in line, or whoever gets in line should still be in line. Okay, so that's not what happened. But like I said, I sent the email with, innocent hope that somebody would actually read the email and get back to me. And I understand it was Friday. I understand they probably don't work, although the store is open Saturday and Sunday, so you think maybe they have some people up there. They're supposed to be, doing something or other. I don't know. I did get one of those auto replies. Don't you love those? Yeah. It says, we're going to read your email. Oh, you bet your bottom dollar. And if it's something important, something like this, I swear. I don't know if those are the same words, but it basically meant if we're interested in what you are saying, we'll get back to you. But for the most part, we do read what you say. We do consider it, even though we don't get back to you and let you know that. So in um, business speak, this is thank you for bothering us. We are never going to get back to you because we don't care. Well, here's the thing. You send out your special exclusives and your convention exclusives to stores. You send maybe 5 here, 4 there, 3 here. People don't know where to go. So you've got your customers flying all over the place trying to find 1 pop or 2 pops, or maybe they want 1 of each. 1 of each. But no, there's somebody in front who takes them all. Is that fair, Funko? Is that something you want your company to be known for? You know, I wouldn't say this if it weren't true, because you know, I'm a writer. I know exactly what I can and can't say about somebody, and if I were lying, I would be slandering you, and I would be you would be able to sue me. I am not lying about you. I am telling the truth, and I can pull up, I don't know, 50 people who would say the same thing. Maybe differently, maybe they're, or maybe they won't talk because they're afraid Funko will do something. You know, Walmart and Disneyland ban people for life. How bad would you feel if you got banned for life? I'd feel pretty damn bad. But the thing is, someone needs to say this. Someone needs to tell you that it's not fair the way you sell your pops. And it is your company and you can sell them any way you want. But what happened yesterday was not right at all. If you had nothing to sell and you were just waiting until the end of each person to put that up, that's fine. If I was close to the end of the line, why didn't it say there's 20 more pops and there's 25 people ahead of you? And also, you're letting people buy 1 of each because they were sold separately. That's okay. In that case, you should say that. You know, you're number 25, but you may not get one because there's 20 people ahead of you, but they may all buy. And then, you know, let us know. Be open. Let us see into what we're waiting for, because during that time maybe something dropped on another site that I wanted. I'm so upset I'm shaking. Just don't ignore us. Don't ignore my email. You asked for a feedback. I gave you a feedback, written well, if I do say so myself, telling you exactly what happened and why it shouldn't happen. Now, what should happen on days when we are all going crazy trying to get pops either online or in the stores? Let me tell you what happened this past time. And I told everybody I got everything I wanted online. I had no problems, except with Barnes and Noble, because they opened at a certain time. Usually when they have nothing left, unlike other stores, they just leave it there. You order it, you pay for it. They wait 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then you call and want to know, and they say, well, we don't have any of that. We haven't. When, you know, so what happened to me? I ordered it, and part of it's my fault. I ordered it. I paid for it. I got an email saying that they had received my order. I did not wait. I actually had 2 emails from them, and they both said the same thing because I looked. I did not get an email saying that my order had been shipped or my order had been accepted or whatever that is. So when I started having problems, I called. I think the first time I called, I told that obviously there's been weather here and there, there's been all kinds of problems, and I can understand that. Just yesterday, and today is the 21st of October, just yesterday I got and made a video about my big box of NYCC Pops that came in the mail yesterday. But I had my eye on them. I had to call 4 times because it kept saying pending. What does pending mean? I didn't know. It means one thing to one company and one thing to another. And Funko, this isn't your fault. This isn't your fault. What is your fault is that you allow companies to have your product and to sell it, take our money, and then not actually have the product because it opened, it sold, and it closed, but nobody bothered closing the door and putting a close sign on the door. Unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. It's wrong. And I know, number one, nobody from Funko will ever watch this video. I know, number two, if they do, they won't care because that's the way the big companies are. And I met the guy who runs Funko or started Funko or whatever. He's good looking. He's nice. Something's running on the roof in the middle of a rainstorm. Okay. Anyways, he's good looking. He's nice. He shook your hand, asked your name, and moved on to the other person. He basically was paying you lip service. It's true. I've met people who run studios that are just like him, except they make 5 times the money and have power to end careers of some very big actors. This is stupid that I have to say this, but I have to make you understand. I'm used to people that just tell you, I don't know. So what I do know, what I want to know is, did anybody else go through this yesterday? It was approximately, what time was it? It was in the afternoon. Here on Pacific Coast time. I live in Oregon. So I guess what I'm saying is, pull it together. Think about your customer base. Your bottom line's going to be there. More of your bottom line will be there because we want your products. Some will say, and I've heard them make videos, that you're on the way out. Nobody wants pops, blah, blah, blah. I think that's so much baloney. I want your pops. I want to be able to buy your pops. Okay, even the what we would call in pin trading the open-ended. You can make as many of those as you want, but when they go out into the stores, and I'm thinking right now about the Elvira exclusive. As far as I know, it's never been on the website. So if you don't live, and I think you're assuming everybody lives by one of these stores. That's not true. I live in an hour and a half going 2 ways. An hour and a half going either along a really scary coastline or going through a forest that has some of the gnarliest accidents you'll ever see. So that is my rant for you, Funko. And I love your company. I love my collection. I have almost 500 Funkos in the last 4 months. 4 months. So I'm going to keep buying your product. I'm not going to be happy, and I might send you some more feedback. I would suggest that you hire someone, maybe a whole department, whose job it is to read feedback, and maybe have a selection of issues that you want to know feedback from. Because when we give you feedback and we're told, we probably won't get back to you. What you're saying is we probably won't even read the rest of this feedback. Boom! Send that automatic feedback to me. That's rude. It's rude. It's not right. It's bad business. And even though it's bad business, we're all going to keep buying your product. But who knows? There may come a time when, as some have, that I know of, said no more. No more. It's too much hassle. You can't get what you want. You have to buy it from flippers at 3 times the cost. And that isn't fair to anybody except the flippers. So my rant is over. I just really do want to know if that happened to anybody else yesterday. If you have any comments about how this could be made better, if you think I'm going crazy over this and I shouldn't be so upset, anything you want to say, you can say, and I will not berate you one bit. I will accept what you say, maybe say a little something back, like, I know, I understand, but this is the way I feel. But regardless, you know, there's not going to be any argument here. So anyways, I'm going to go because I think my lunch arrived, didn't it? My lunch arrived, yes. So subscribe, hit notifications, hit like, leave me a comment. We're having a trading event too. I just can't right now talk about it because I'm just upset. Okay, well, I love you guys. I even love you too, Funko, but think about what I said if you ever hear what I said. Bye-bye.